What is going on, everyone, and welcome to Around the Metaverse, our weekly show where we bring together some of the best content creators in the blockchain and NFT gaming community, talk about all the recent news, and give you everything you need to know to stay up to date. We're going to be talking about GALA Games and the panic that happened the other day around there being a hack or some kind of exploit with their token, and why really there was a little bit of misinformation out there. Basically what ended up happening was there was an alert, an automatic alert that went off for from a watchdog, tokenomics company that basically sent an alert out to everyone. They immediately panicked. They thought there was some kind of exploit with the GALA token happening. The price dumped like 20% or like 15 to 20%. And what ultimately happened was a bunch of misinformation spread super quickly. A third party that set up a bridge between Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain allowed users to transfer their ERC20 GALA tokens and proactively went to swap that out. And in the process of doing that, set off these alerts of tokens being minted into circulation, which set everyone a panic. And now everyone's out on Twitter saying bad things about GALA, and there's still a lot of misinformation out there to clear up because GALA literally there was nothing they could have done to prevent this. That's what I want to ask you guys about is if they handled the situation properly.
I mean, these are the dangers. This is it right now. You see what's happening here, and this has nothing to do with GALA, but GALA is going to take the heat for this, which kind of sucks. But this is one of those tenets of decentralization that you have to take the bad with the good. A lot of people say, oh, well, crypto can't do this, or Bitcoin can't do this, or this thing can't do this in crypto. I mean, yeah, there's some bad things for sure. There's some downsides, but there's some really great upsides as well. And this is an unfortunate situation where the downside is just one that you can't avoid. But it sucks because GALA will take the brunt for this. And once again, the same thing I was just talking about before. People who are not really super well informed, maybe they'll see a little flutter of a headline. They won't read the entire article, and they'll be kind of like, they'll think that that's the case. And we saw that with people scrambling to go sell their GALA because they weren't informed enough. And the token price dumped. I mean, the prices dump like that because people are selling.
But they could do better though, like by discrediting. Don't use that, right? Like as a platform, like they could do better,
No, you're right. I think you're right. I think that what it comes down to is GALA has a lot on their plate right now, and I think that's one of those attack vectors that you're not like, all right, guys, we got to make sure our plan for what happens when someone creates a derivative pegged crypto on another blockchain for our tokens. It's such an edge case. What's going on?
It's not even that. It's literally like they had to get in touch with the watchdog company that had the alert go out to tell them that their code is wrong for thinking that the GALA being minted is actually real GALA tokens being minted. Right. I mean, I don't know if it was identical from a blockchain tech standpoint.
No, it wouldn't be. I mean, it definitely wouldn't be. The actual data you're seeing in the blockchain. So the whole situation is kind of screwed, man. I mean, GALA could have probably have done more of telling people about it, but I think they just have a shit ton of things going on in general, and that's probably one of those things that as a company you don't really think that much about. But I guess as you get bigger, it's something you do have to kind of consider.
I feel like the nice thing about all this crypto drama that I've observed being in the space is it feels like people have such short-term memory anyways. Like the fact, if you just kind of recover and you do the right things and do the right steps, it's eventually going to go back up, or people aren't going to lose confidence in the project. I mean, even Cagy, you bringing up the 600 million, you would think that token would be at zero, right? But people are still buying it, still investing in it. And
I mean, I invested in it. I mean, the thing is that you just got to realize, that these are the companies, whether you like it or not, right? These are the companies pushing the space forward, right? We got to support what we have right now. They're innovating, they're trying new stuff, they make mistakes, and 600 million is a lot of money, But I realized that, people are going to still support them. You got Animoca Brand supporting, you got Binance supporting. It's like, what, you're going to be the little guy saying, no. Nah, okay, fine, let's support it. Cool. Put it on Binance. Let's moon.
Unfortunately, money is what fuels people's fire. And I think the token is what incentivizes a lot of people to come into the project, because when people see dollar signs, that's what they're attracted to. That's what they're going to jump into, regardless if GALA had good games or not. If they had good incentives, if they had good staking or a good, upside potential, then of course people are going to go and invest in it. I do think that GALA is doing good development with their games. They have a lot of work going on, good work. But I don't think it would have gone as far without the token. I think they needed the jump start with that in order to get to where they are now. I think maybe in the future, the token won't matter as much because they're developing and the gameplay is what's going to matter in the end. Hopefully the token becomes secondary, but I think that's definitely what kickstarted them.
100%. I agree with MissTeen there. I remember when everybody said, like, "Oh, GALA is a scam" or whatever, and I was just like, "Look, let's give it a try. Let's see what happens."
Yeah, you really never know, especially with the nodes. I think the people that got in early with that was definitely a big push, and it definitely had built their foundation, I guess, because of how early people were getting in with the nodes and trying to stack the GALA token, and that kind of gave them the fire to keep developing and went to what they're doing now.
They capitalized on this.
They did, yes. Yeah. Well,
like, I'll put an example. Ronin actually did not capitalize on the money and the hype that they created. GALA did do it. They went out and made massive collaborations.
Expanded.
They got partnership with Snoop Dogg. Yeah,
that's where I see it as a double-edged sword, having the token, right? Is that you can get all that money, you can get the popularity because it pops off in a bull run. And then look how many people, as you said earlier, Stache, how many of them are pissed off because, like, oh, I bought into GALA and now it's 90% down. Like, if you're going to use that to build up marketing and build up the hype, then Cagy, what you're saying is so true. Is like, what's next then? Because the token price can't be the lasting thing.
So for those of you who are just tuning in now, there is no GALA hack. The GALA token is fine. This was not something that, like, it was blown kind of out of proportion with some misinformation that went out.
From me, financial advice. Take my financial advice. Do what you want. If you get wrecked, it's your fault.
No, but all right, we're having some fun here. Thanks for sticking. Thanks if you're still watching in the audience. Thanks for sticking with us here. We'll catch you then. This is all. We out.
I'll take that payment now.
Yo.